The music in here is not copyright, right? I sure hope not. Well, I mean, I don't think it is. People have played with the music before. I can always just lower it later. So, I'm gonna be doing the fun thing. Um, so before we begin, I have a few mods here. This one's my personal favorite. I have a few mods, and I think just by that you can tell what we're going to do. That's not it. It's this one. This is the one. Alright, new game. Let's go with, what's a good name? I'm not sure. I'll just go to my go-to. Yeah, that sounds good. It's not the best thing. What? I got one. It was like Ultra. And I'm no pussy, so I'll be playing on. I don't want this to be one of those. I don't want it to be like too hard for me. I just wanted to demonstrate these mods by playing a series in Airships. Yeah, it took me a while it took me around a minute and 40 seconds to finally say the word Airships. That's the name of the game. Research, slow, yeah, no research. Start at tier 1. Monsters would be frequent. Archipelago. Yeah, everything else seems fine. Honestly, it doesn't, if the difficulty messed with the AI rather than how long it takes for you to kill an enemy, then I would be fine with going Imperial. But until that day comes, then no. I'll go ahead and play display hints on. So, yeah, let's begin. This should take a while, because this map is a lot larger than usual. Okay, now we're in the game. And, that's the wrong button. I didn't mean to press that. I was playing City Skylines earlier, so my key mapping is a little off. How big is this map? Wow. Oh, okay. That's a decent sized map. I have this tiny little island here to myself eventually. Brigands. What are these? Oh, pirates. So, name of the game, Airships. And so basically what you do, that's my soda gone. Basically what you're supposed to do is conquer the skies using airships. Who would have thought? No, but seriously, like, well, not all, a majority of my soda just went onto my pants. And that's not a euphemism. I mean, you could take it as one, but I'd prefer you don't. That area is your home city. Cities that are yours have flags. Each city gives you income, also must be defended. So what we're gonna want to do is start by expanding. And our first move, I don't know how strong these guys are yet. I can always go check. But so I've played this game sometimes before, multiple times before actually. I have a general idea of how to win. I'm just I guess this is just the first time I'm recording this, so gyroscopes. Also, yeah, I have a few ship builds. So if I just pull up a random ship, it's probably mine. Actually, no, I guarantee you it's mine, because I don't like to use the stock ones. And I also don't like to use workshop ones unless, like, I don't know, what? Unless, like, I'm reviewing it. It's not this kind of channel. What would I review it? Oh, this build is good because it has 20 cannons compared to this other build that only has 2. Like, the sky's the limit, literally, when it comes to this. So I'm gonna start with gyroscopes because some of my good ships have turrets. This is my starting fleet. We got the name, we got the gist of that. Build ships, control the time over here, invade over here, or send spies. Hello? My game just crashed. Something crashed. So, there's this problem, right, where sometimes the things don't line up where they're supposed to be, and so it can be a little off. And what I just cut was one of those. Maybe I'll include it as like a bonus footage at the end. But yeah, so there's a little bit of a cut there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack these brigands, just to start us off. I don't wanna go to war with that just yet. So this is their base, right? This is the enemies, and as you can see, they have a deck gun. I believe that's what they're called. So what I can do is that I can move my ship around. Oh, they have a tank too. I can move my ship around, put it in reserves. Though I don't know why I'd want to do that right now, because if you have more ships, then you could put them in reserve, and that's good. But right now, I only have one ship, so I'm going to use it to attack these two. And oh gosh, let the battle begin. Alright, I'm gonna go at half speed. Just because why not? Okay, half speed's a little slow. Just go at 1 speed. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh gosh. Now you see, I'm more of the like battleship type of player where you just sit down and let the ship shoot instead of being like a small destroyer where you have to constantly move around. But no, that should be fine. So what I usually like to do is do aimed fire, and that's about it. Because while they may take a little longer to shoot, it definitely helps because they hit their spots, or they hit the right spots more often. Right now we're pretty much taking down this tank, which is good. The alternative would be them taking us down, and we don't want that, obviously. We want to win this battle. He's hiding behind a tree. Oh shoot. Oh, they took out our command bridge. So they took out our command bridge, which means that right now I can't exactly control my ship. As you can see, not under command. As you can see, they did a pretty good toll on us for a beginner thing. This ship is just pretty much stuck here, and so I'm going to just fast forward because I don't want to sit here forever waiting for one of them to run out of ammo. They have one rifle. If we can just get rid of that, then we'll be fine. There we go. Finally, and a plane flew over, so that's why you're gonna hear that a lot. There's no way around it. That's just how it's gonna be. So you can look at the combat status. These are actually new. I haven't looked at these before because they're new. These are the new combat stats and ship stats, so you can see just how well we did. Yeah, I think we did pretty good. Okay, so that's our first victory, which means we get a reward, which is why I wanted to attack them first, because you want to get money. Obviously, it helps you build a bigger fleet. So I attacked these brigands first to get money. Now I don't want to stay here because it's in foreign territory. But now that we have money, what we can do is build ships. Now, none of these ships are what I want to build. What I want to build, what I like my personal favorite build for starting off is this one. It's pretty simple and it's pretty good. It can do ground damage and aerial damage pretty well. However, that's the only thing. If I got rid of that, then I could build that, but also be weaker. What do I need for a sponson? As you can see, you're going to be going through the tech tree a little lot. Oh yeah, my bad. So what I want to get are sponsons, which are right here. And because I want that so badly, I'm going to set it to the max budget, which would be Empire of Science. What we could do is move our fleet to Ebic, so that we can take it over. Then we'd have a higher income. However, this fleet will intercept us. Let me demonstrate. Also, before you do any other attacking, make sure your ships are repaired. And always make sure the right ships are repaired. Does anyone even watch these anymore? Like, how long has this game been out? It's still in development, but it's not like it's very popular. I mean, it's a good game, don't get me wrong, but I've seen some bigger channels played it, and they didn't get that many views, which is interesting. As you can see, since I have sent this fleet to go ahead and take over this town, this fleet will intercept us. So when we get there, we will see that fleet there, unfortunately. So what are we looking at? 3 cannons, 2 rifles? Technically 4, but I'm just on one side. So 2 cannons, 3 cannons, 4 rifles, and a low service ceiling. Which could be our ultimate benefit. Here, let's go ahead and try. Oh shoot, what is this? I didn't even check on their fortifications. It's just 1 cannon and a couple rifles. Now, since it's early game, we have weak armor. What I don't want to be doing is sitting in front of that cannon. So I'm going to move my ship this way, so that way it gets behind the cannon, since, you know, the fortifications can't turn around. However, this ship will try and get on my case, so he's probably going to turn around. If I can just move you down here. What I see a lot of but don't like are cancerous builds, where the AI just spawns my type of ship, and now there's just like 20 million cannons on the battlefield instead of, you know, like big builds. Okay, I'm fleeing. Screw that. So, if you lose command to a ship and you flee, that doesn't mean you lose the ship, it just means you surrendered. So what you can do after, I know it's first defeat already, what you can do after is move it back to your city for repairs. However, since that's our only fleet, that really leaves me open to getting invaded by this dude. And I don't want to build, I kind of don't want to build one of those stock ships. And I mean, like, is it really time to show what designing a ship looks like? Yeah, I'll go ahead and show what designing a ship looks like. So we can go ahead and design a ship, right? Usually you would start off with like, yeah, some module or something, and then the game would be like, oh, this is everything you need. But since I have a ship in mind, I'm going to just open it and edit it so I can put it down quicker. The thing that I can't build yet is this. And so what I can do is just get rid of it. Now, to undo, Z, to redo, Y. That's your keyboard controls. Now, let's just see what I'm getting rid of when I do that. Just to make sure I'm not getting rid of anything else. This is just purely a decoration. As you can see, it's somewhere over here. It's again not entirely on point. There it is. It's over here somewhere. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna bother with that because I'm just gonna get rid of this anyways and replace it with something. Now, these are all your stats. It tells you your crew, recommended crew, your speed, service ceiling, maintenance, so how much it'll cost to keep it going, how much it costs to build, and everything else. The supply is good. The water is used to put out fires, and trust me, this thing is like a flying candle, but I think that's enough water. The ammo, I have had some times where I ran out of ammo, so I'm just going to put that there. And yeah, just a few couple edits and that should be fine. Now, it would have been cool, it would have made sense if I brought this out after I recorded like me playing it for the first time, but unfortunately I didn't. So you're just gonna have to live with it. It's pretty much like starting a series in the middle. Does that make sense? I'm just gonna drop it. I'm just gonna summarize that. Basically, just deal with the fact that this exists, and we're just going to live with that. I'm like, what else can I add to it? Maybe a smokestack? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that works, if I add like a chimney. But then, would I get rid of this one? Oh, there it is, I found it. I get rid of this one, and then add this. And then maybe recolor it, maybe make it red. Just kidding, it doesn't recolor that. Well, yeah, that's all I needed to do. Now I can build it. So I'm going to save this design for future use. I'm going to name it. What should we name it? Rick the Mar. Yeah, sure. Why not? I can come up with weird names on the spot. So let's go ahead and build one of these, because we kinda need it right now. And so that will begin building here at the capital. And since it's a small ship and this is a medium shipyard, it builds relatively fast. Usually you start out with a large shipyard, so it's a little weird there. So now we just wait. Really, some of the beginning of this game is just waiting, but what I don't like about that is that gives time for everybody else to build up as well. These are all AIs. I don't really want to play against people right now. So now that our ship is done, I'm going to repair that, and now let's go back. Oh shoot. Alright, before you invade anywhere, make sure that your ships are both selected, or all the ships you want are selected. So now we're going to go back, and we're going to show them our naval might. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't have the same service ceiling. See there? It doesn't have the same service ceiling as this one. But that means that this can go ahead and keep this distracted while we mess with that. Or we'll see how the battle takes place, or how the battle plays out. Alright, let's begin now. I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to move my ships into place. Now, since this ship only has cannons, I think I'll use this one to focus on this. But since this one has grenades, which is good for ground targets, I'm going to use it against this. As you can see, these displays show the ranges of your weapons. So the square things at the bottom here are the grenades, the wider arcs are cannons, and it gets really fun later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I think if I threw it right here, right? Because I still don't want to be in the range of that cannon, but this will give us a good opportunity for bombarding. So let's go. So what I don't want is for this ship to get in my way, because if it does, then as you can see, the AI detects a collision course and it stops the ship. So I'm going to want both ally and enemy ships to be far away from that while it's moving. And since he let me go, I'm just going to sneak by. There you go. And then while that's busy with that, I can sneak up behind this dude. And now all my ships are in their rightful place. So the damage over here being done on this building is pretty good. Pretty good damage. As you can see, yeah, we're just lobbing grenades at them. And that's working pretty well. Now, while that looks bad, as long as your ship is still controllable and it's still afloat, then it'll be fine. You'll get the gist of what constitutes a survivable ship and what doesn't. So right now we have this ship on both sides, which means that I can just pin them down like this. And in comes the true terror of being pinned. Because now I can throw my grenades at them while also shooting them. And this is just not a good day for this ship. Buddy, I think it's a little too late for you to be going up right now. You're really in a bad state. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you'll see very often that sometimes a ship that looks like it's dead will just come back to life. That happens. So now that this ship is like look at this. I would constitute that this ship is pretty much destroyed. But since it still has a gun left, it's not immobile or neutralized? No, there's another name for it. It'll probably show up when we win. Okay, it showed as immobile, but there's another one. So yeah. We won. The Shining Tower was the little bunker thing that we absolutely wrecked. And now this guy can't go anywhere, so he should disappear off the map. So if your ship is immobile or destroyed, you lose it. But if it's surrendered, then you'll keep it. So now we have three options. We can gently take this over, which leaves the city intact, which means income. So this is all about income. This is good for, if you want money in the short term. This is good if you just want to take it quickly and you don't care about the money. And this is good if you care about the money and you have time on your hand. So since the game just started, we have time on our hands. So I'm going to move this back over there for repairs. And I guess that will conclude the first episode. Yeah. I guess I'll do. So I hope you enjoy the first episode to this series I'm doing on airships. Conquer the skies. The mods I'll put in the description, as well as a link to the Steam store page for the game, and that should be everything.